Welcome to episode 14 of the Randomizer and Giant Science Multiplier mod run. It's a bit of a mess. We're kind of working towards blue science, which is made from military science, and a bunch of other stuff which are also made from silly things. We need steam engines, we need walls, we need a bunch of submachine guns, which means we need a bunch of light armor, and these are the ingredients. We need a bunch of power switches, which means we need copper plates and inserters. We're kind of working on some of this. It's mostly fine. A bit of time passed in between episodes. We've now got a bit more solar around the place, which is, fine. We've got, where is it, all the way up here? What is the pollution? Yeah, we've kind of mucked around getting train stations built for so long that these trains with the walls that we automated last time from the vast array of guns have filled up and backed up, and then all the pollution cleared. So that's fine. Other than the landfill, which we still need more of, and I'm trying to figure out if I can get more pipes in here, but the thing is it doesn't need pipes, it needs this, it needs repair packs, so maybe we do that differently. Yeah. Let's wander over to, there were a couple of blueprints we looked at last time, which I was going to arrange better. Are they in here? The new steam engine automation, which is kind of set up but not running yet. Actually, I don't have the things I need for this. Let's not do that at all. Let's go to the mall because we need to pick up some red belt to be able to continue the rest of this automation. Yeah, so this little block of steam engine production is a thing we were looking at last time, which is, yeah, this kind of pattern here, where we've got lots of inserters. These recipes are kind of wild and pretty. They're gonna be input blocked. It's gonna be a bit of an issue, so we need to pour in large amounts of resources, for which we have a lot of this iron that we are mining but not using. Yeah, let's get. Do we have undergrounds? We don't have undergrounds either. Okay, I guess we grab all those things. Yeah, let's have a lot of red belt because we're gonna need it. Let's have all of these things. I did have this stuff. And then, yeah, grab all of it, whatever. I ended up moving a bunch of it to over here, where I want to be building switches next. Like, there's a bunch of stuff sitting on this train to go and be able to build that later, but not yet. Do we have all the inserters and things? Is all of that done? Yes, but the rail is the other thing we need. Okay, fine. Get a bunch of rail, which is over here. Yeah, sure, give me a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and we've taken so long that we've got like a whole bunch of modules sitting around. I think the prod mods were even just done. I think I expanded, I think these were 10 stacks each, and I expanded them to 15 stacks. But also, who even knows if we need all of that stuff? Because it's not like we need module 1s to upgrade into module 2s. I guess we're using this wood for fuel. But yeah, we do have... Oh yeah, and we also pushed through a bunch of techs. We're almost done with the speed module, which means... I mean, there's still a couple of techs we definitely want. We will want bots. Actually, let's, do we have enough military science sitting around in... Where is it, over here? Yeah, I reckon we've got enough military science just kind of sitting around to be able to put... Let's put the explosives in the plan. Actually, let's see if we've got... Yeah, there's still a bunch of useful stuff to work through while we are working on getting the rest of this online. Yeah, we still needed that train kind of out of the way. But I did want... Like, we want train stations here to be bringing other stuff in and out. I reckon we want a belt of iron ore. We've also got to get the steam engines out. Are we also training... Are we training coal in or out here? We've got some... Yeah, we're training coal in here, aren't we? But the thing is, I also don't think I want all of these taking... Like, I think I would rather this be the output side for this build. And then the other reason why we didn't kind of plug this in yet is... Maybe we should show that as well. I'm pretty sure one of the ticks we pushed through at some point was... Yeah, stack insertion bonuses. So now all of this very stat inserter limited thing, we'll be able to see it do a better job of turning on and seeing how much of the stuff these belts grab. How are we getting this through? Yeah, because the problem is, if our stations are here, which is it looks like they will be, then we need... Maybe it's not as bad as we think. If something comes... Because the other thing I'm aware of is we've got to get this stuff off the belt, and in fact... Yeah, we've got... Okay, we had space for another red splitter down here, trying to figure out how to get... yeah, stuff going all over the ground here. Piece of red belt on the ground, never mind. Do I even have... I don't even have all of... Does this even fit? We're going to have to pull this back, which is also going to be, you know, a continued mess. Where are we getting power into this thing? Something like... Something like that is going to be fine, and then, yeah, we are going to end up putting a bunch of stuff on the ground all over the place, aren't we? And also, this doesn't fit with... Yeah, okay, we're going to have to manage this inventory a little bit. We have a bunch of chem plants for other stuff, which I probably don't need that many chem plants, but give me this train back. We are going to need more trains. We kind of want... Can we have 3 belts... Not there. Okay, so this is not even maximum extension, which means we are probably fine to jump the rest of this iron ore somewhat through here. Okay, so also, do I have efficiency modules? I don't have all the efficiency modules. We went straight past all the efficiency modules. Okay, cool, great, good job. Yeah, because we've got 3 belts of iron from this patch. Okay, fine, and that's kind of what this layout wants to be doing. And then let's have a look at how we plugged the coal in, because we plugged in, yes, some of the coal with this weird pattern that I'm still not sure actually works. Why are you guys not running? Because we don't have... Oh, because this also needed... Yeah, this belt goes in here. This also needs to get coal from... Yeah, I think we're going to need more coal on a train. I think that's definitely going to be a thing that needs to happen. And then why are the... Oh yeah, because we need to move the other belts. Cool. Okay, but we do want to get the rest of this plugged in as well. Yeah, this layout took me a while to decide that it was what I wanted, which is why we did it between episodes, and maybe this is all keeping up. Oh no, because we ran out of... Yeah, we ran out of long-handed inserters and we don't actually have the outputs. Okay, finish the build is the thing that we need to do first. And then all of these steam engines end up on... these... Yeah, we need to do a belt reversal because the idea was to tag... I think the idea was to tag this straight in here to combine all of this stuff. Which is going to be what we're going to do. We just also need to, yeah, reverse which is on... Which things are on which side of the belt. And then also connect this down here. We don't have all the efficiency modules in... Yeah, this is going to be annoying, isn't it? Because we also don't have the... coal on the left, yes. And then we've got to filter all this stuff off, which is super great. Inventory is still a mess. It's probably fine. All of this stuff is going to be a problem as well. Yeah, walls, whatever. Okay. And then... Yeah. Is this... That's the wrong way around. How did we get that the wrong way twice? It's not. This is still the initial section that we do in fact need to clear. Okay, fine. Yeah, so those steam engines on the outside are what we wanted. I should have more wagons. I didn't actually need to pick up all the red belt that we did, which was a bit of a shame. I guess we're just going to have another box of vaguely helpful stuff sitting around. Cool. Yeah, because we need to get all of this stuff off the belt so we can get down to the steam engines. And then these guys that also don't have the modules and they're complaining about it. Cool. This station here is going to be where we start loading these steam engines. Train limit 2. We're going to have a place that makes us steam engines. It's normal and fine to be putting steam engines on a train like this. Why don't you... Yeah, because they need to hover over the... Yeah, this thing. Okay. We are actually going to get... Whatever. We are going to go back to the mall and get more of the train parts that we need to make that all work. Because if we can get the trains... I mean, do I want to be... No, I want to be taking... I want to be taking iron ore... I want to be putting coal... I want to be taking coal off a train. So let's try to set these up while we're in transit. We want to be taking coal off a train, but I'd rather have that one because this, I think, wants to be iron ore request. And then we've got another train station or something else. Who knows? Whatever. It's probably fine. Are we going to need more trains? We are going to need some number of trains, aren't we? And we also already have... over here. We also already have some wagons over at the... but I also wanted... Yeah, some number of modules. That's more modules than we need, probably. I wanted some amount of new train stuff over by the switches as well, or at least the place where we're going to put the switches. Which is, yeah, not a secure space, so I think we're going to have to secure that in a bit, which is all going to be interesting because we're up to big biters. I wonder if we can have, yeah, and then this down here. This is an expansion. These guys were not that close when we dropped this wall, but you know, normal things like that. It's fine. Losing walls, normal Death World stuff. Oh yeah, of course that didn't work. Let's get some of these out of the inventory by. Oh yeah, let's get some of this stuff out of the inventory by. Iron ore has a lot of trains. Coal will need some more trains. Which is also just an exercise in figuring out what doesn't need to be in my inventory. That was 5. I don't want 5, I only want 4. Fine. So, we can have... Like, that's as big as this station needs to be, because this is as big as our trains are. Which also means we want this coal belt through here somehow. Are we just going to take this coal belt? Can we... Maybe we also just do this with... Okay, let's get the rest of this iron in here so this is at least running. Maybe we take this coal belt. Because we already needed to take this... Yeah, let's have another red splitter here that's going to put steam engines on the left. This is the steam engine? Yes, this is a steam engine station. That's normal and fine. And then the coal can also just wander through here at the rate of half a belt, which is also fine. And then, yeah, we needed more iron off this train. You can go underground to like here. Cool, and then we can get, yeah, all of this stuff that's in my inventory, we can clean up a bit, maybe. And then we want to do I have enough inserters for this? Maybe? Yeah, sure, let's pretend that's fine. This needed to be in line, didn't it? Because of how close together we are putting these train patterns. Just normal train things. It's probably fine. And then the coal is actually on the other side. So we want to go something like... this is not connected to anything. I think we knew that was not connected to anything, but it's fine. Okay. So now we've got a place to put these other wagons of stuff, which is... You know, mostly pretty fine. We need... This was coal... No, that was iron request. Okay. Let's also move... Oh, we've got the prioritization going the other way. Okay, fine. I just guess we... Yeah, we're just gonna... It's fine. Calamity Tram does not care. Balance this thing in a way. Sure. Okay. So now we've got a whole bunch of iron going in. Why don't we have... Oh, because we also missed these output inserters. That is a thing that... Yeah, we... Oh, yeah, and we also needed the modules, which is why we are here with modules. That's a normal thing to have happen, because very little of these things... Like, we could prod mod the... Yeah, we could prod mod the poles, but, like, whatever. And then, hopefully... Is the other side also running? Did we unmess that up? Oh, we also needed a couple more inserters down there. Okay, fine. We are at least putting steam engines on a train. And then we've also... Yeah, that was the other reason why we needed to pick up the train that we were working with, because we are blocking other stuff. Cool. Is this train... Oh, no... Yeah, trains won't be going here yet because they don't have a way of getting there. So that is, like, a mess, but not too busted. And then down here we want to do... This is going to make... It's going to let even fewer resources out, isn't it? Yeah, we are just chewing up all of that iron. And then vast amounts of this coal, which is also completely the plan. That is what we wanted to be doing. I think that build is done. I think. Sure. And then we're going to have... This one was the iron train, this one was the coal train, which means that we do something pretty silly like this. No, we wanted to take... We didn't want to take... We wanted to take coal off a train. That's all extremely silly. Okay, in that case, it's still good to have that coal train there. This can probably run on the other side, but maybe we worry about that later. And then... This just needs to, like, straight up be... just like the underground belt itself. Okay, fine. And then we ended up with a bunch of coal, sure, whatever, get out. It's fine, and then how are we going to fuel this train? We're going to scoop up some of this coal. Other things that I... Oh, yeah, piece of red belt over here, it's fine. Other things I'm not sure about are, like, where we exactly get the coal in. But, yeah, this is the iron station that we need to get. Wow, okay. That was easy. Okay, sure. Things that we are fine with. I mean, that is what it's supposed to do. I probably shouldn't be all that disappointed. So we want a red belt of iron ore out of here so that we can, like, source it from other patches as well, because, yeah, we are going to run out of all of the resources. We're going to need all of them. Line all of this stuff up, because, sure. And then, how do we get... actually, we can just go like this, can't we? And the side loading will deal with all of it. And then I don't even think we care about... I think that these guys are chewing through so much iron. And we are just waiting on the rate at which the fast inserters... It is just an insertion capacity bonus problem. And also a coal supply problem. Do we have... Okay, sure, whatever. Make sure that we are getting enough poles, and then everything else can just flow through this way. Sure. I don't think that's very good, but it's what we're going to do, and it's going to be fine for the moment. Do we have... We don't have enough space to pick this up. What was in there? A bunch of stuff we want, some of that we want. Whatever. It's gonna be fine. We don't have a way of fueling those trains yet either, but let's figure out how long this section needs to be. We need another 6 wagons, that's 5. And then I think we actually... We could bring the rail around here, we could bring the rail on this side. There's some other stone here, maybe we're putting that on a train. I think we bring the rail in through this way, which means that we are there. Does that? Yeah, that's gonna be fine, isn't it? Things are going to be normal and fine. That's space for 6 wagons. Great. And then the other thing I like about this, which is also what we're going to set up when we get to doing power switches, is that this kind of queuing section, which is kind of a stacker but not really a stacker, this kind of queuing section into the build is, oh yeah, let's get another train here. Do I have the wagons for it? I don't have the wagons for it. Yeah, no secondary train as it turns out. We'll worry about that later. Yeah, this queuing section isn't on kind of the main rail feed. It will tend to hopefully tend to keep that section clean-ish. Let's also pretend that we're going to signal this properly, but we're also just, you know, not. And yeah, places that could have, yeah, sure. We're just going to convert these to larger power poles because that's a thing we want to do at some point. So we're going to do it now. And there's some worms we haven't cleared out nearby, apparently. Allegedly. Sure, things I am fine with. Sure, so that's all still... Yeah, that's all working. We've got a ton of power grid. We're not doing all that much with it anyway. Can we? Yeah, we're just going to drag this through here. What did we... We just finished researching speed modules, didn't we? How do we make speed modules today? We make speed modules with rail and radar. Those are not things we have in the same mall. Oh yeah, this is... Yeah, we set this up so that this can only exit one way. Don't like that. Oh well, never mind. We can at least receive things from either direction, except we also don't have quite enough chain signals to set up all of this, so that is a shame. Oh no, wait. This one here can be an actual signal, and then this one doesn't need to exist, because we know that we are one way into this kind of like pre-stacker, because the only trains coming in here are the ones that are going to those stations we've just set up. So this is going to be a little station supply loop. So I mean, we're out of chain signals. I don't think we've automated them, but it's fine. All of this stuff is stopped because... Oh! It's all stopped because we filled up the train. Okay, fine, I guess. Can we get... No, we would have to go underground a little bit further or move... Do I like that more? I think I would like that more. Do I have the space for this? Let's attempt to do this nasty juggling again, so that instead of... I don't have anywhere to put these steam engines. I've got a whole lot of steam engines in my inventory that there's no longer space to put them on the train. Huh. Yeah, we want to take... Can you go further? You can. Do I want you to go further? This is mostly just for symmetry at this point. Things I don't really need to worry about, but whatever. Okay. Do I like that more? Yes. Was that necessary? Absolutely not. What am I going to do with all these steam engines? I don't know. Let's not worry about it at all. Let's go and... Yeah, do I have more of these? Yes. Can I pick up... There's too much stuff. Cool. And maybe we crashed into something. It doesn't look like we did, though. Let's go over here and start to figure out how to build these switches, even though these guys are on the network now, which means that this definitely wants to be one of the iron supply trains. Otherwise, it's going to block everything up. You have a recipe. You have a recipe. Iron ore here. Yes. And then this is iron ore, please, with a train limit of 2. And now we should start to see something delivering? You're not full yet. Okay, so we probably do need more trains there because that's how that disastrous train limit thing is going to work. Let's... Yeah, we've got all this stuff that we kind of don't... Yeah, we've now got more stuff than is convenient. Oh well, never mind. This is going to be the place where we do kind of the same thing for power switches. So we've got steam engines on a train, which is, I mean, because our train network is terrible. It's like bi-directional stuff. All the trains are going to block each other and request a bunch of sections they don't need. So we're going to try and put, like with the steam engines, try and have all this stuff close to patches and have as high value stuff on the trains as possible. It would be nice if that was all running. With the exception of this power switcher stuff, which is going to be more of a Railbase thing. We're going to train everything we want over here. I'm going to need more landfill, aren't I? So I think... Yeah, I think the plan we're looking for here is... This is kind of an input branch for which we are going to have a number of different... Is it that far? It is that far back. We're doing quite a compact plan. A number of... Do I want that to be output branches instead? No, we're going to do that with input branches. And then we're going to figure out what we need. And then... Yeah, at the end of the last episode, we put a bunch of ghosts over here for the power switch build that we don't need anymore, and also some ideas for an inserter build, and then blue science is going to happen elsewhere. Next to all this thing that will be, you know, we don't really need this until we get blue science, so I'm kind of fine with that just kind of sitting there, because like we're waiting to get all of this done as well. But we do have in my inventory somewhere... Yeah, here's a little brick of the power switch build, which we're going to put somewhere. And then here's also the same inserter build, which is going to also go somewhere. I forget exactly how many of these things, these parts used. We need a lot of copper. Do we need iron ore? We do not need iron ore. We only need iron plates. So maybe that's a thing we can... Do we need coal? We do also need coal for the iron sticks. So maybe we're actually going to put iron ore on a train and smelt it here, because we also need it for the sticks. I don't like that. That's higher train volume. I think we are going to smelt iron ore somewhere else and put it on a train. Mostly because I'm deciding what to call the train stations over here. Although... This is the input side. The train station's going to be over here. That's a little bit annoying. That's... Yeah, reasons... And I think the reason why I'm doing it that way around is because I want... Like, rather than just being this annoying section of rail that's kind of off by itself, I think we're getting this rail and maybe this rail, and joining them over here, so we've got some more loops to give these trains alternate pathways to get to useful places, and also to connect up this stuff, which I don't know really what we're doing with yet. Maybe we also just put that on a train, I don't know. But yeah, I don't really want to smelt more iron ore here. And I think I've got these lengths somewhat sorted out. Actually, is it even 4 train stations? That's kind of an important thing to check, and maybe we should just be looking at these in... Okay, copper plate, iron plate, stone for copper cable. Maybe we should... No, we're planning on doing the pipes here, but if we made the stone into pipes and put pipes on a train, that would be stacks of 100 rather than stacks of 50. So maybe the plan is we don't do this here. We do that somewhere else. And then this build is also a whole lot simpler. Okay. So we need pipes. We still need coal. We could turn the coal into sticks, but also... That's not any... In fact, if we get any productivity bonuses out of the sticks, then that's less effective as a train. Okay, so we also actually need 5 stations. We need the pipes, we need the coal, we need the iron plates, we need the copper plates, and then we also need... Do I still have... Yeah, then we also need a train station for the power switches to go somewhere, because we've got to get those out as well. So we're going to do, yeah, all of this thing. And then all of these are going to have to come out here. We are going to need the landfill. Maybe we should do the landfill first. How much space do we need for all of these trains? Where is... here? That's 6 items, isn't it? 6 wagons? That is indeed 6 wagons. That's as many as we want. All these trains are going to be the same size. It's going to make a bunch of stuff easier, and that also means that this doesn't need to go quite so far, which is nice. Where is... that there is a station for 6 trains. Yeah, a train station that will fit 6 wagons. So now we can just, reconnect all of this stuff. So that's... what do we need for... Are we taking another trains? I mean, we probably are going to eventually end up taking trains that way as well. I don't know what for yet, and I also don't have all the signals for it, so that's going to be continued disappointment. Okay. Yeah. Things we can do later that aren't going to be super important. The main thing we need to do is get... which of these? Yeah. I think we're also just going to straight up be... that's even... I mean, we could have even pulled that one further back, but I don't think we're going to bother. I think it's just going to be fine. Okay, let's find an unpacking station. We've got an unpacking station. This is what one red belt of unpacking looks like. We don't have the fast inserters for this. Do we have... Actually, we should have... No, we do actually want it rolling this way. And it wants to go... That's offset by 1. That's super annoying. There? I mean, I don't like it, but it's gonna work fine. But I'm pretty sure over here we have... Yeah, I brought some fast inserters with me, because we were going to need more fast inserters. And we were going to need more fast inserters, we were going to need some more red belt. All of those things we put in these carriages, because we were going to need them. So, let's figure out how we can get multiple belts worth of inputs, and then also a belt of output. This isn't even the last one I need to be thinking about. We've got to have 5 of these going in. So maybe this last one is the power switch station. I think that's what we're going to do. I think this is going to be enable train limit 2. Power switches. I should have a better name for that. Power switches doesn't feel like a particularly exciting name. And I'm probably not going to do anything with power switches ever other than the small number of times that we need to like automate power switches for blue science, because that's how things are working at the moment. I'm pretty sure over here I've got some trains as well. Yeah, we've got some more trains. That's nice. We're going to need a bunch of these things. I've got all the steam engines that I don't care about. Sure, whatever. Okay. Yeah, grab... That's an output. We don't care about the output there. But this pattern does let us get a whole red belt of stuff out. Is a red belt of stuff enough? That's actually pretty important. And I don't think it is, because we need... Blue science. We need... If we want a full blue belt of chemical science, which is where we're trying to go with this, we need half a belt of power switches. Half a belt of power switches is going to need 3 belts of iron plates. But that's also 3 yellow belts, but that still means we need an additional iron plate station here, which means we should probably go up to 6 stations and have 2 of them be iron, because that's also just going to be a better way to manage the throughput. Okay, fine. Things I have convinced myself of, and then I should have also figured out how many of those we needed, whatever. Yeah, and then we want to end up with half a belt of power switches. So, yeah, keep getting these things out of my inventory because that's going to be helpful. Another train for power switches. Okay, except that we have just decided that we need a 6th station. So this is probably going to be, these can be pipes requests. We'll figure out, we'll have useful stuff happening there. And then that copy paste moved this down as well, so it's fine. Lots of things to build. We're gonna have a lot of just rando plumbing to do in ways that are not super interesting. Okay. It's all still useful. Okay, so let's figure out where these things can go and how big they need to be. Because I think are we using red belt? It looks like this is set up for yellow belt. And we don't need a whole lot of forcing. Yeah, we could just do the output with the yellow belt because we're expecting this node to make. Yeah, maybe it even comes in from this side. Maybe? Let's figure out where these things can go. If we have... So how many belts do we've got? 5... We've got 5 stations coming in, and we're going to have pipes, and then coal, and then let's have a little gap because little gaps help us understand where things are, and then we're going to have iron and, yeah, 1 iron and 2 copper, which makes it look like we are setting this up to be, yeah, this to be, all these stations. Did this get a station limit? Yes, good. Okay, this is going to request pipes. Which we are not putting on a train yet, and it's not especially interesting, but we're going to request pipes. We need to request coal, so we're going to do that as well. And we don't have LTN or anything. This is straight up, so I'm calling these requests, but we're just going to, like, lean on train station names and schedules, because that's how this is going to work. Copper, please, and then, but also a plates request. And then also iron plate, which I don't think we have yet. So let's just, like, have yet another station name. I'm sure this is going to work out fine. Train station number 2, iron plate request. Put that here as well. So yeah, so we've got pipes, power switches, pipes, coal, copper, iron. Those are the things that I believe we need, and you know, just like a bunch of mess around the place. So then we've got to figure out. Yeah, and do you actually need? You need the copper plate and the iron gear and the inserters. I think one of these is going to be coming the other way, because it looks like we are going to put. You know, something like this, and then, oh wait, what are the ratios on this? How many inserters do we need? We need half a belt of inserters. That's pretty nice, because it means that these these are 3 iron plate. Yeah, that's why we needed. And then the rest of it is the gears. The gears is where the rest of the iron is. Okay, fine. And, okay, so the thing I was trying to figure out is, can we just have half a belt of stone for... Okay, not half a belt of stone. Half a belt of copper cable. Half a belt of pipes to make the copper cable, yes. Half a belt of coal to make the iron sticks, yes. Also, it's red belt, so it's going to be fine. So this belt actually here, where we have... pipes, all of these things are, you know, kind of in the wrong place, but whatever. In this place where we have pipes and coal, we actually don't need to be unpacking this at the rate of we don't need to be unpacking this at the rate of a full red belt. We're actually only going to need half a red belt for pipes, and then also half a red belt for coal. Is there... yeah, if we just do that, then this should be the belt that we want to feed in over here. So that's fine. Except, yeah, we wanted to... yeah, I was doing all this with ghosts so we could figure out where stuff was going to go, wasn't it? And then this needs... it needs the copper on one of these and one of these belts down the middle, of which we also... we do need the full red belt of copper, and then we also need to get onto this belt that has the insert... wait. Iron plate. And then you need the inserters and the gear wheels. So we could actually do something like red belt, yellow belt this way, gears here, and then... that's silly, we're not going to do that. Gears here, also just straight up onto this belt. Followed by another gear assembler here. So we can have just the other belt of iron in there, and then this is the belt of stuff we need. Okay, cool. So, with that in mind, all of this... didn't get all of it. Let's get all of it. All of this power switch stuff is going to go over this side, and then I want to figure out how many of these I need to make a full, or to make half a yellow belt of power switches. I have a feeling we did that with the blueprint that I deleted over here, so that's going to be a little bit of a shame. 4 seconds each. If they had a 6-second craft time, then these 8 would be sufficient to produce 1 a second. So we need basically 7 times this. Okay. Okay. And then how many of... wait, the inserters were a crazy recipe, weren't they? They were, yeah, they are limited by inserters and then also these intermediates, which are pretty fast. Yeah, I think we just look at the coils being 1 per second. That's going to be what we're limited by, which means we probably still want 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, is that right? That looks like a lot. We're going to plug it in later and worry about that. Okay. Brain math, yeah, so we've got 4 times 7.5, 15, 30. We need exactly 40 of these to make half a belt of stuff, according to the brain math. So yeah, we're doing 7.5 items per second times 4, which is 15 times 2, which is 30, and then these guys have a 0.75 crafting speed, so we need to go from 30 to 40 to get the number we want. How many is that? 8? So that is the size of build we want to get exactly half a belt of power switches. Okay, that's a good thing to know, and we can put that... that's actually a really nice size in comparison to all the other parts as well, isn't it? It can go like here. Let's leave a bit of space. Let's attempt to be responsible and leave some amount of space, even though, yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing that later, but whatever. And then, yeah. And yeah, because this is... wait, no, this is just... that wants to continue. We want to collect that belt. This is the other belt that we go through. And we're just gonna do the same thing of dropping that on a train. It's going to be completely fine. We are just going to load these into the train in... I guess we do want the power on this side of the thing, right? What? Oh yeah, because it used to be between the wagons, and then when we copied and rotated all that stuff, it moved. Okay, fine. And we're also really not going to need all of these fast inserters at this point. Maybe the last carriage when everything else is filled up. But yeah, that's going to be... Where is power? Okay, we just have power over there. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think... Let's figure out where the rest of this stuff is going to go so we can kind of do the rest of this plumbing. Which one of these? Yeah, it's the close one is going to be copper, isn't it? We made this one coal, which is also... We don't need this whole section here. It's fine. And then copper, yes. So this one here... we could have done all of that differently, but we didn't. In fact, I think we do in fact do that one differently after all, because the thing we can do, because we are continuing in that other direction, is just dump the coal on the inside of the pipes belt, and that's fine. And then the copper train, which is this one, can actually take this position. I don't want that, I want it one further. Mostly for the aesthetics of not being in the way of that one. It's just purely an aesthetic decision. It's going to be fine. Although I've got lamps. I've got a whole pile of lamps. I should be putting lamps in places as well. I have not decided where I want lamps to go yet. Oh well. It'll be fine. Okay. Belt of copper. Yeah. That's actually not going to conflict. It's going to be fine. This splitter will just, like, we'll put inserters and cogs here. Oh wait, we had them on the same side, didn't we? Because we had this belt coming back. Okay. That's also completely manageable. I guess we can also just have this belt running through here. We need it one further up than that, don't we? If we are going to be doing... Let's run it from the other side, it'll be fine. We just run this one in a different direction. That's not what we wanted. We wanted this one. Okay, so we have a belt of copper, which we have dealt with. We have this belt, which is going all the way over the other side. And then we only have two belts. Yeah, we're going to leave... We have these two belts of iron. And yeah, this is basically how the build is going to fit together. I think that's more... It is more inserters than we need, but it's also... Wait, I think I have doubled the number of things I'm thinking about in a way that's kind of silly. I think... Yeah, 2 copper cables, but this only needs 1. So this is actually twice the size it needs to be. Okay. That did feel kind of wrong. I'm glad we figured that out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this here will be a larger build than it needs to be. And that's fine because we're going to have a bit of resiliency. How many of these do we need to be consuming a full... Is it 15? 10 would... No, it's going to be like... yeah, it's going to be like 8 or something weird, isn't it? Yeah, so I think we just spend a little time plugging all of this in, because that's going to be what happens next. These are going to go in here. This belt... so I can actually... Yeah, we're actually committing to this position now. This is going to get everything we need to done. Kind of. Other than the fact that we don't have the things going onto these trains that we need. So I think I think we do a little cut here. I think I build some of this out, or I go and like make train stations for this other stuff. This beeping we probably still ignore, right? Yeah, we've fortified those walls recently. There's some inconsequential holes in the walls that are, you know, still fine. It's great. Got a bit of a plan of a build here. We'll go and collect some materials. We'll go and get some of this built. We'll go and put some of these other materials on a train, and then we will be able to kick off this build as well, hopefully. Standing down here in a place that might be a surprise but also might not be, the way we're going to get pipes onto a train I think is going to be this stone over here, which yes is some new mining that is closest to the spot where we are inducing some pretty heavy attacks. But the reason for that is I also want this iron. Let's talk about that. Back at the main base. Like, I think the science is actually kind of slow at the moment. Yeah, and is it? It's not red science, it's green science. I was expecting red science to be slow. Why is green science slow? That all looks like it's fine. Underground pipes, is it? Yeah, this whole section of underground pipes over the bottom here, yeah, I was looking at the top half. That is actually kind of what I expected, because we're not getting all that much iron into the main base, so we're not making that many gear wheels, which means we're not making that many underground pipes. And one of the issues, in addition to the stone running down, but that's also supported by an outpost, is this starter iron is just... How many operational miners do we have? Like 10 or 12? So this is all just iron. It's pretty much just iron ore that's coming in from a train. In fact, we're bringing 2 lanes of iron ore in from a train, which means that this sad tiny more production and this also disappointing production is all we're getting from the patch. So we kind of need to support this with more iron minings. But the thing is, the vast majority of that iron mining is gear wheels for those underground pipes for this green science. So rather than outpost more iron like this, we're going to take this iron, for which we have, yeah, a pile of ghosts. We need to build that as well. That's not going to be super interesting. We want some smelting, like so, and this is also a similar piece of iron mining we put together for the blue science later, because we want, yeah, for blue science we want a whole pile of submachine guns. The submachine guns we want a whole pile of light armors. These are also all 1-to-1, so for actually 2 blue science because of ratios. For every pair we still need half a belt of light armor, which means we need, yeah, a lot more iron. So that's going to be what this iron is going to do. But also we want 3 belts? I think 3 belts is going to be an amount of iron processing that I'm happy with. And I guess we can put that like here. And now we've got a way, wait, which way was this? Okay, let's do that up the other way, so the input belt runs in the direction we actually want. Let's leave a little bit of space for a prioritization thing. And now we have what will eventually be... Yeah, I just need to go and build all of this. All the stuff is still just down here on this train. Some iron smelting, but we also don't have any fuel in this vicinity. Like, we belted in some coal over here from this other patch. That's fine. But the reason why I've got a variety of... Actually, where is water here? Water's kind of nearby. We're going to be able to upgrade this to advanced if we want to, but we probably don't care, is... Wait, I need iron plates on a train as well. How big is this patch? Yeah, we're going to be able to get... I reckon we can get 4 belts of iron processing off that patch. And we're going to, like, run out of stuff and worry about that later. But we want some crude oil to be processed so that we can get solid fuel from petroleum gas, which is bad, but also we're not really doing a whole lot with petroleum gas anyway. What rates are these? 30 per second, and then these are super fast. This is like 1 to... Is this basically a 1 to 2 crazy ratio? 30 per second. This is nearly 1 to 3. 1 to 2 is going to be fine. We will do this. That is going to be... And then how does this tile? Yeah, that's also just going to be a whole lot more solid fuel than we actually need, which I am fine with. And then, yeah, connect this to the grid, and then connect this to... Have we actually lined that up? Okay, okay, these power poles we're going to do on the opposite side. Because it's still going to work, but it also means we can sneak an underground through here. Yeah, something like that is going to be fine. That's the wrong side. That was extremely silly. We didn't need to connect this. We needed to connect this line down here. And also, I'm pretty sure this is going to be more solid fuel than we need anyway. But this is how we are going to push a whole lot of solid fuel into... Where does this actually connect? Okay, whatever. Yeah, this is what we're going to use to get our solid fuel in. This is also not particularly well lined up with where this belt is going to go, but never mind. Yeah, this is going to be the fuel source we use for this iron smelting, for all this iron, which we're going to plug in later. We got a whole pile of cliff explosives as well. We went back to the mall to get all the stuff that we wanted. It's going to be fine. And then over here, we want to mine this stone. I think we're going to run out of stone here as well, aren't we? I think we're going to... Do we train in more stone here? There is all this stone. Maybe we just belt this stone over. Maybe we should have run this smelting in the opposite direction. We still could. That wouldn't be difficult to do. Maybe we do just take all of this and put it... Yeah, over here somewhere, which is kind of in the way of these power lines. Let's put it up here. Yeah, I think we're going to put this iron processing over here so that we can also grab this stone. But the thing is, we also want pipes on a train. How many is this? 96 miners. That's going to be a decent amount of pipes, isn't it? How many pipes do we need? This is just 1-to-1. So really we only need like 15 miners worth of pipes. But I think the other thing I want to do is I want more landfill. Because landfill, this is now going off topic. Landfill is created from stone after it's turned into pipes, after it's turned into repair packs, and as a result is kinda slow. So I think we want to grab... Do we also flip all these belts at this point as well and pull it up so we can... I think we do. Yeah. We want a whole lot of pipes here on a train. So let's actually... Oh, I've only got 17 bits of... I've only got 17 bits of rail. That is inconvenient. We're going to have a lot of stuff to build. And hopefully... Yeah, I don't think this train is going to be blocking anything because we're just not using this section of... I did bring mining drills. Oh well, never mind. Other things to build at some point later. Yeah, let's figure out how this pipe station is going to work over by this stone. And I think we're going to have... Yeah, are we extending? I don't think we are extending... I don't think we are extending that solar. Or maybe we are. Like, what else are we doing with this space? Let's do something like this. Because then hopefully it means... Okay, it does not quite mean... I guess we replace this with big poles, yeah. So I want something like... What? I mean, also this is a redundant connection, isn't it? We'd also go the other way around the lake. Yes, we fixed that. So we can actually pull some of these up, replace them with big poles later, not worry about it, do a better job at figuring out where we want this section to go then. Because I think the thing we're going to do... let's get all of the rail instead of just some of the... Okay, let's get all of the rail instead of just some of the rail. Is... Yeah, I think that's where we want to be. And the reasoning for this is... We're going to have a little intersection after, like this here. I still don't have all the rail signals. That's the thing we need to do better as well. Cool, never mind. This thing over here is going to be our station where we put a whole lot of pipe. Maybe even with a red belt, to be honest. I don't have any red belt on me. Cool, whatever. But yeah, this intersection here means we can also have from either side is the plan. We've also got extra undergrounds that we don't need there, so we're just going to do... Yeah, this one's going to stay. I guess because we moved all of that over. Yeah, cool. Okay, fine. Yeah, the plan being that we can have like kind of a stacker thing here that can have a couple more trains going around a loop, and then also still have both of those enter and exit in either direction. Let's figure out how the pipe is actually going to get on the train by having... Yeah, I guess we just... queue the thing. Okay, fine. Don't queue the thing. See if I care. Run this power through the mining, and I think we do need to run those belts in the other direction, but also whatever. And then, yeah, how many assemblers do we need to process... How big is this thing? 96? Okay, that's like 3 belts. We need 15 assemblers per yellow belt. So we need a total of 45 assemblers. I think we can do 40 because that's a nice easy number. Yeah, we're just going to do 40 pipe and pipe. We have the inserter capacity bonus, so this is going to be pretty straightforward. And then we just need 40 of these guys. I knew that was 6. I didn't need to count that. How? I don't know how. Don't know how I missed that one. So this is the size of a pipes build. Oh, because this one's deleted. Okay, that's a good reason. That is a good reason for that one to not copy. This is the size of the pipes build we need to produce a decent amount of pipe, which then we're going to just put on this train in a pretty normal way. It doesn't need to go that far at all. Actually, the station is moving, isn't it? Because I wanted to realign it back down here. But yeah, I think this is going to be some normal stuff that I build, and then we come back and look at it and go, hey, I built it. And then, yeah, then also probably more stone from over here so we can hit this iron mining, so we can get a bunch more underground pipes over here, and also discontinue some of these guys and push the majority of this iron mining just into the mall. And also, I mean, the tech is kind of going, but it's waiting on green. Yeah, waiting on green signs because underground pipes. Yeah. Oh, also we still need. Yeah, like a lot of the gear wheels go into the underground pipes, but also the red science continues to need gear wheels, so we do need to continue bringing a bunch of iron ore for the smelting. But yeah, we'll build this, we'll go and build that thing, we'll connect this up, we'll build this smelting thing. I was turning most of, I guess train stations are going here, because we want to do... Okay, let's go and figure out what we'll go and blueprint the rest of that stuff, so that we at least know what we're going to be looking at when we come back. Because most of these builds kind of the same. Are we going to get to blue science soon? I hope so. We've got a bit more tech to do. But yeah, all of this iron may as well get in my factory. And then over here, we wanted... Is it basically this thing? Like 3 belts, even 4 belts. Did I think I was getting... I did, but I wanted the iron on a train as well. But we've also got... We've got spare iron over here. Maybe we can use... All of this would have to move, which is not that bad. But we could have more iron here on a train, or we could just get iron from some other place. I think... Yeah, we'll build all of this. We'll put some iron on a train. I'm not really going to... I mean, we could also put iron on a train here. Not there. Here? Are all of these guys running? Yeah, we could also upgrade some of this, because we do in fact have... We do have more iron mining here. We could just upgrade a bunch of this to steel furnaces. Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to grab this section of stuff, basically. This much of this thing is going to have to go... Actually, kind of here. Yeah. Okay, which way up is this thing? We wanted it the other way up. We want the belt of stone at the top because we're getting stone from like somewhere over here, and there's also power poles in the middle, so I think all of that placement we have to work on a bit. But we're basically going to get, yeah, another additional red belts of iron. That's exciting. So yeah, some stuff to plug in, some stuff to build. We're going to skip that. It's not going to be super interesting. We've seen a bunch of the stuff before. Yeah, and moving these power lines again. Yeah, I got a couple of things to build. We'll be right back. The Calamity Tram continues on its regular scheduled programming. We've now set up all of this stuff, and we kind of did that and then went away to get the other bits, and in the meantime it filled up, and so now it's kind of emptying again. We're putting stuff on a train. We're putting more underground pipes on a train. We're putting iron plates on a train. There's just like we're taking kind of stuff out the middle of the patch, and we'll like have ghosts that bots will fill up later or whatever. Same thing with these pipes. We're actually making like a red belt of pipes, so we've got pipes on a train as well. Not sure how we're fueling these trains yet. Things we'll worry about later. But yeah, this means we should be able to go to full to empty, and then where did you go? Oh yeah, we need to actually take those things. It's signals. Do I actually have? I do have the signals. Okay, good. So yeah, full to empty, that's fine. This one is also full to empty. And then somewhere over here, yeah, we should probably fuel... Yeah, we're also now into electric miners with three efficiency modules each. We've got solid fuel powered steel furnaces. Some of this stuff looks like it's getting upgraded. And if we're getting... Are we actually pushing in... I don't think we're actually using all of this iron, but that's okay because we kind of wanted some of it for, like, trains with plates anyway. Oh well, never mind. Let's get some of this solid fuel stuff. Where's it going to go? It's going to go here? Yeah. Into these trains so that these trains can also be powered, because... Let's just do it on the other side. Yeah, so now these trains can also be automatically fueled from... Yeah, we've got these trains fueled now, so that's fine. And... do we actually have... Yeah. Give you a schedule. Pipes for science, pipes here. Have we actually... This is not a train station. We might run into an issue where... Okay, so I guess we allocate... Yeah, so we've still got 2 train limits set to each of these stations, because I'm aware of the possibility that the trains just turn up at the one that doesn't have the stuff and end up... Yeah, give me some of this. End up not really doing a good job of getting... like allocating the trains between these 2 stations, which ended up not fitting in front of the iron patch, and so we've done this awful curved thing, and there's only actually one way they can get in or out. Oh well, what's down? It's going all the way around here. I was thinking about having another train loop wandering through here, just to make that section easier, so maybe we do that, because there's not really a lot of space to pull another train line in through here. That's all going to be kind of gross. Oh well. Yeah, you guys just keep doing your thing. You're going into the right place. You are a new train. Do we not have... Maybe I haven't even named this station yet. I have not named this station. Okay, this is still exciting. These are things we needed to do. So this is a train that tolerates iron that can actually have 3 trains. If have I put the signal in over there? Yes. Yes, so both of these signals are present. In fact, I'm going to change them because I don't like them. We're just going to have them here. There's enough space. It's fine. These 2 trees I thought I needed to get rid of, but I in fact don't. Okay, so we could have... Do I have the stuff for... I do have exactly the stuff for a 3rd iron plates train. So we're going to... Did we actually get... We didn't never actually set that up. Okay, fine. Iron here. Iron please. Full to empty. Set that same train schedule onto... Did we let the station have 3 trains? We should let the station have 3 trains, because it's currently also the only place that we're actually getting the iron plates onto a train. With yet another different train loading paradigm, oh well, it's probably fine. Those guys, I mean, none of these trains have enough fuel, but they kind of only need enough fuel to get to here, and then we're automatically loading them. So I think we're kind of fine with that. Now all of this looks like it's working. Yeah, let's... Okay, so I had to do the pipes train as well, didn't I? There was a signaling issue over here in the form of I haven't done the signals. That's kind of an issue. We've also clicked through some tech. I think we got some... We got the explosive damage tech we were working on. There's only a couple of red-green techs left. We're going to want rocketry. We're going to want energy shields. I don't even know that we bother with damage. Wait, how many are these worth? 24,000, 30,000? I think we do the fire first. Yeah. Okay, so this intersection, this actually has to be an intersection, and it kind of wants to be able to go chain in every possible way. And then why are these guys... Okay, so these are in fact... What are you waiting on is the question. Is there some other badly signaled thing? Did I leave a train on the tracks? I thought we did. Oh, we've put extra trains there and now it doesn't work. Cool. Okay. That's the thing we can kind of fix. Did you get fuel? Yes. Are you going to the thing? Okay, that's good. That worked. Okay, fine. So instead of doing the fully automatic thing, let's just drive over here and then fix it. Is going to be what we do. And then did we also set... That's running. This one is also now going to the iron plate station, but it's probably waiting on us. All of these trains. Make the trains run. All of these are full to empty. Yeah, this is going to do mostly what it needs to. I mean, we do have a lot more underground pipe now, like a lot more underground pipe. Like we ended up, I don't think I put any more mining down. It's still just from this patch. In fact, we should module these because we're now actually using this mining. But there's now just like one of these belts that's, hey, here's a possibly a full red belt of stone that we can just turn into. That we can't turn into underground pipes because we don't have quite enough gear wheels, but I think I'm still kind of okay with that. Like, I think this is still, because we upgraded this to red belt of gears through the middle, and we're still getting a lot of underground pipes out. This will be a thing that we can probably supplement. Pipes finds empty and cargo. Okay, so yeah, fine. That's all going well enough. It's fine. This was the pipes request station, and then down here we also had this extra pipe station. Oh well. I think the thing we're gonna do about this instead is we've got that train in the way. I did want a number of coal trains. So we've got these 2 coal trains. None of these are actually coal trains yet. I guess we set all these up as well. Full, also empty. Yeah. And then do we just set these... I think one of these can be a coal train, which is not in the right station, but whatever. This is partly just about getting trains out of the station. Yeah, you tried to go to the wrong place. That timed out. We would actually rather get... We didn't actually have much fuel in this thing. Oh yeah, because the these iron trains are well fueled, but the others are not. The pipes trains are not currently well fueled, but that's okay. Things we will deal with later. We're just going to steal some of that fuel so that we can fuel these trains. Where was... Oh yeah, there's the power switches. We don't have those at all yet. Go to the coal station. I think that might have actually... Yeah, we don't actually have... We've got the 3 iron plates trains. We kind of want more iron plates trains, to be honest. The other thing we do want is we haven't powered this on yet because we don't have all the items in here yet, but I think we're just going to have this one be here. Okay, so are these guys actually running? Coal train? No. Go to a coal request station. You go to a coal station, and that also means that this one can go to a coal station. We have enough slots in the various stations to not worry about that fully blocking up. And then this one here... Is that true? That's not true. This one here wants to be... Okay, we didn't actually have the power switches one yet. But we're going to use this one as an additional iron train. And then this train is also still in the way with the pipes in it. Okay, fine. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit more of a mess to unpack, isn't it? And then, do we actually have... We don't... set up these trains as well. Full to empty. Copy here, copy please. Yep. Does this have... No, because we haven't set up the other... We haven't set up the other thing yet. Okay. So we have to kind of get these trains out of the way so that everything else can kind of move through. Can I actually... Yeah, let's do this in a nasty way. Let's just wander this train down here. It'll be fine. Like, this train will get out of the way enough, and then we'll reverse back onto the main line again, and then in the meantime, all of these other trains... Yeah, so we've got coal now. We also, I think we ought to do a train fueling thing over here. That might actually be the easiest way to fuel the pipe trains. Sure. What are you... Are you... You get doing a thing. You train can go to the power switches and just wait till full, and we don't have to worry about that yet. But yeah, the iron train station is... Let's get you out of the way. Yeah, all these trains going to where they need to. We might actually run into problems with... I think we're gonna need... This is not enough iron for the power switches we need. So even though we're making a lot of this iron, like all of this iron, which feels great, into a lot of underground belts, which is going to keep the science going real nice, we actually kind of need more iron plates on a train. And I did notice that I had a tag for this over here, I guess for this patch, but I think that's the thing we worry about later. Where did... Oh yeah, because I was going to back that up manually, because this is something that will not go wrong at all. Yeah, I don't think we exploded. And then, do we now have... Did that successfully clear out? It did clear out the trains, which is great, which means that we can now also start to get these copper trains in here. Copper request online, copper having train. Yeah, so I think we should now also see these pollution clouds starting to kick off again. Yeah, and then we also have no defensive capabilities in between our new switch manufacturing hub and all of these guys. So that could also be... Oh, there's also iron here. Maybe we just smelt this iron here and bring it in. I don't know. Things we'll worry about later. Yeah, so we've got pipes, we've got coal, we've got a belt of pipes and coal. The only thing we don't have is the copper. Here's the copper. Let's turn this on and see if it works. And then remember that the rest of the build might like power as well. Could be a thing that a build might enjoy. Probably should have just used big power poles there, never mind. Okay. Does the build we planned actually do what it needs to? These guys are getting the stuff they need. Yeah, we are kind of limited by the rate at which pipe is coming in, but we are getting more than a full belt of inserters out, so that is pretty exciting. And then, oh, I haven't built all of these inserters. This is mildly embarrassing. I thought we were done here other than the power, but we are not. But it does look like... okay, it looks like two things. It looks like all of the plumbing we did more or less worked, except for the copper, which we should investigate. I thought we had a way of doing that. Maybe we were short of... long-handed well, not long-handed inserters. Maybe we were short of fast inserters when we were looking at the copper, and that's why that didn't work. Everyone likes builds with mixed combinations of power poles on it. Things that we like. Okay, power switches. What's wrong with the copper? It is that... oh, they're both loading on the same side of the belt. Yeah, okay. That's a thing we can deal with somewhat easily. Yeah, so we would have had all the inserters unpacking. It just needed to be, yeah, that way around. Okay, and then let's also, because we wanted a trained fuel plan, do something like this. Have a box of, you know, a decent amount of coal, whatever. And then, yeah, exactly the same train loading plan. We're not even going to bother doing this now, but it's going to be this kind of thing in a bunch of places. Could we even have one? No, because we need the underground and... we need the underground and the splitter there. Oh well. Yeah, we'll worry about that later as well. That's not a big deal. Most of these things, other than the... okay, that's the other train that doesn't quite have everything it needs. This train will have fuel that we can steal to give to the pipes train that will not have... oh, there's also, you know, coal here we can steal. There's also that coal, so, you know, whatever. Are we doing a thing? Yeah, see, this belt into splitter is doing everything that it needs to, and by that I mean nothing. I did want... let's pretend that we're going to leave... not there, though. Let's pretend that we're going to leave some amount of space, and then this train with all of the power switches, including the power switches that have just been hanging out in my inventory for a while. Okay, can I get rid of some of this coal? Because we're kind of using solid fuel for everything now. And this is looking pretty good. This does look like half a belt, so as long as we're getting enough copper. Are we getting enough copper in? It does look like a full red belt. I think we are just making power switches at the rate that we need to, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, then we just need to get more iron mining in here. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, yeah, that's all fine. Everything there succeeded. We are happy that we are putting power switches on a train, which I think means that we can get on with the last thing that we're going to think about, which is going to be down here, and the actual blue science build, because we are working towards blue science. We needed power switches, which we've now got. We needed military science, which needs iron ore, steam engines, and walls. And we now have, from last episode, a train with a bunch of walls on it. And then from also... actually, this one was this episode, wasn't it? This train with steam engines on it, of which we still need to provision more trains, but that's fine. And then other trains from other places that have iron ore on them in other more sensible, normal ways. So The only thing I think we need now... Actually, we need several things. We need... Yeah, we need to make light armor, and then we need to make submachine guns. And I think I remember from stuff I was playing around with in this mod, yeah, there's a 3-to-1 pattern that we are going to use. Because these guns are 15 seconds and the light armor is 4.5 seconds. Yes, but then we also need to get iron gear wheels and also pipe in here. But we also have, yeah, so we're going to use this stuff for the light armor and the gear wheels, I guess. Pipe, we also just have on a train now, and we made more than we needed. Like, this is a full red belt of pipe. We don't need that much pipe just for the power switches. So we've got pipe in the train system that's spare. But I think, like, also looking at the amount of stuff we need, these 3 belts of iron are not going to be enough, and I think we actually need to take this iron. I think we need to do something cheeky like grab a whole section of this wall and just like, I mean, it's probably going to be easier to do it here, isn't it? Just push this section out. Push that section out, and then fully enclose this iron, and then have another way to get more of the smelting in here. Probably with the same coal, we can get this out. We can, okay, fine. Okay, so let's... This just needs iron, so... But it's also 10 per second. Yeah, this is going to be another limited by inserters build. This is 1 every... So that's actually super fast. And we could just do something that I should be doing this in a super normal way. Okay, so then we can have, you know, a belt of gears and pipes, whatever, and then a belt of submachine guns. And then it's just easy cake stuff at that point, isn't it? We need the military science, so this belt here could also just be the belt onto which we bring the power switches on a train. And then we just need to do military science again, but we've also got all of these ingredients on trains. And then we just need to think about how many military science assemblers we need and how many chemical science assemblers we need. And then also how many train stations we need. Iron plate, pipes... you didn't need anything else. Iron plates, pipes, power switches, 3 for military science, and then we're going to want a train station for blue science and a train station for military science. So that's like, I don't know, like 6 train stations. I think that's why we set aside this space, but also maybe we start over here or something, because we're also talking about basically this much processing also here, maybe? Don't know. Let's go and put some train stations over there. I'm pretty sure I've got a car. We do have a car. We're also low on having all the numbers of trains we need, but also we didn't leave a radar over there. Unlucky. Okay. I guess that's a thing we can do. So we were going to do some stuff in a car, we're going to do some stuff in a train instead, because we want to be all the way over here so we can drop a radar there. Maybe do some... I think we're going to attempt to skip the combat as long as we're not actually annoying these bases, because these assemblers... Oh, and we also need to go back and prod mod all the gears as well. That's going to be important. But with all these efficiency modules, this is not going to be a particularly highly challenging section of the base for like, for the biters. They're not going to be that unhappy about it. Manual, let's get a bit further in. But the fact that we're dropping a military target here might annoy them a little. But that's, yeah, that productivity boost is the thing we needed, but it's probably still fine. Okay. Yeah. Because we want to be able to keep an eye on whether or not biters are unhappy about stuff. And we also built the switches like the furthest possible place we could from where we were thinking about putting the blue signs, but oh well. Yeah, because I kind of want this pattern of train stations again. Yeah, we kind of need to signal this intersection properly, but also we haven't put the other piece of stuff on the side yet either. And I've also just remembered that one of the things I was going to do was put more landfill by the pipes, because we've got this spare stone, except, like, I could have a nice little landfill here thing, even based off, like, these surplus pipes, except we didn't do that, never mind. Yeah, I want this piece of rail, so that somewhere, and it's just going to be, like, right here. I think it's going to be further up. I think it's going to be over here. We can have... I would actually like to flip this. Maybe it's here? No, I wanted to keep... I think it's going to be, say, here. And then we can have both of these rail interfaces, like, going either way onto... I mean, as long as we left enough space. That does happen to be enough space. And then, so this is the input, which more or less works, or at least the way the trains are getting in. These don't need to exist. Let's have another train signal here, though, because this is going to be a one-way feed in. And yeah, we're just going to move on to train-based things, which are going to be a little bit disappointing to be doing by hand. Oh well. But it does mean that we hopefully will end up with some patterns that are easy to tweak later. Like, I think I still eventually, if I want to scale up science later, which I do, this little thing here, if we had all of the iron, which we don't, like, that's this much of a thing, maybe not that much of a thing because of how the rail connects, but this much of a thing is something I can just copy and drop somewhere and increase my power switches significantly. Why aren't... Because we're just not making enough. That is... And we also need to throw more mining down. I didn't really think about how many mining drills would need, but also whatever. I guess also at some point these underground pipes are just going to fill up and not be necessary because we've added so much more to that capacity, and you know, whatever. Okay. Yeah, which of these stations do we want? Because we do want to, for the blue science version of this, largely re-engineer a lot of things, kind of, but also a lot of these stations we're only going to need half a belt of stuff from. Because, yeah, military science, we need more than half a belt of military science if we're going to use this as the military science build, which is the plan. So we kind of need a full, closer to like a half and a bit belt of both steam engines and walls. Maybe we'll worry about that later. But I think we're probably going to still go with the same... Actually, are we bringing coal in here? I don't think that any of those train stations we talked about needed coal, did they? Pipes, gears, iron, which we are near the patch, steam engines, which we're making. Yeah, none of that actually needed coal. So I think we should be fueling all of these trains here, but I also don't know how. Maybe we're just dragging this belt of coal over. Maybe that belt of coal gets dragged all over the place. Anyway, this is not power switches. This is blue science, and it's very exciting to have a train station that will be having blue science on it eventually. I don't have all the trains to put here, do I? No. Oh well, never mind. Okay. What are the other things that we need? Are we going to do... I think maybe we also... Like, I've got two options here. I could have one station for blue science and a separate station for military science. Or I could just do a split train thing, and I'm tempted to do a split train thing. Actually, how do we make filter inserters? Filter inserters are offshore pumps and fire magazines. That is fine. I think we could do a filter inserter thing. So basically we'll use one of these stations for both military... Stone here? I was going to put stone from this patch on this train. Okay, fine. Yeah, use one of these train stations for both... Okay, so first of all, this train station needs to, like, move, but then use one of these train stations for both military and blue science. And basically this belt here, in fact, so it's probably this train station, so that we can run this belt directly into here, because this is the belt of blue science and military science. Okay, so this train station here, train limit 1, sciences please, with icons of, okay, military science and blue science. That's going to be where we put the stuff, and we'll do a split train thing. We'll get some filter inserters over here. It's going to be fine. These guys are... Oh, they've, Did they... Oh, they have actually broken through. Yeah, let's go and deal with that quickly. That's still a thing that... We're just going to go... Because it's not very far away, is it? Yeah, it's kind of far away. Yeah, we're going to have a train for which we filter the cargo wagons to be partly military science, partly blue science, and then, I mean, all of those are still... Are we going further? We are going further. We're going up here. All of those are still fairly high-value wagons. I'm not really concerned about... take a train back. Not really concerned about how much stuff will fit in a train, even though the trains are going to need a ton of things. Yeah. Then... So I think we probably still just... In fact, we can probably still just do the same trick that we did with... Yeah, so this is going to be blue science and also military science. And then we can have some iron ore. And then we also would like steam engines and walls. But they've also got to be request stations. Steam engines and walls. Then these iron ore, steam engines, walls. Yeah, so these two are the two that can do... Do we want to put that up the... This is not really a place yeah, okay, whatever. We're just doing this here anyway. We can do exactly the same pattern we did when we were making the power switches, more or less. And now we've got a way of getting... What did we say? Steam engines and walls on this belt. You know what we're going to do instead? We're going to do a quick little jump in time. I'm going to set up all this rail stuff, and then instead of thinking about where things will go with nothing on them, we'll actually have trains unloading stuff, and we can see where we want to make these objects flow. That's going to be what we do. Calamity Tram. Okay, bunch of rail stations have been built. We've got kind of the double-headed access here. We've kind of added the same down the other side. It's fine. We did some wall maintenance in between as well. That's pretty standard. Yeah, and then the plan for this science train is that... Is this the button? Yeah, this is the button that I want. We want I guess roughly half of it to be military science, and roughly half to be blue science, and then this is just gonna, it's kind of gonna buffer, but it's also gonna be a mess, and overall I'm not really, yeah, this one. Overall, I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, it's not super easy to tell. Then we'll need filter inserters on the other end to pick out the different parts of that to either side. But also this means that this belt here can now just be like blue science on one side, military science on the other side, except that it needs to be red because we kind of want a full half belt of blue science if we get this up to the size we're going to. But yeah, where are the other trains? Okay, so some of these trains just aren't assigned yet, are they? Yeah. We've got a steam engine train over here that has all the steam engine trains on it. Oh, but we don't have the backup train. Okay, yeah, sure. Give me this. Okay, it doesn't even have a schedule yet. Steam engines, full cargo. Steam engines request, empty cargo. And then we should just go, right? But give me that schedule, because we would like to have... this is... actually, it doesn't matter because we're going to send this train on its way immediately anyway. Yeah, have the schedule we just gave it. Yeah, that looks about right. And then have some fuel each. And then just be in... because we want multiple trains in all of these places, because we don't have station chests. We are handling this by just having more trains on the network, which is pretty bad, given that the network plan is a disaster. Oh well, moving on. Yeah, so we've got steam engines on the train. What else did we want? We wanted walls. Oh yeah, the walls train is somewhere all the way over here, not doing anything. Walls here, walls please, full to empty in the kind of normal way. And then you take the schedule and you have it as well. Walls, full cargo. You guys should now go to the... yeah, that's what we wanted to see. So we've got some steam engines, we've got some walls. Those are both being combined onto the same belt because that's what we want for military science anyway. Somewhere over here we've got pipes. Both of those pipes trains... yeah, we need more pipes trains. Do we have... I do have a bit of fuel. We are set up to kind of be getting more trains because we do want more trains. Where is the pipes train? Over here. Go to the pipes train and then bring that stuff back, and then what is this? This is the power switches train. Yeah, and then this stuff here is what happens when... is it possible that this deadlocks? Is it possible that... it actually is, isn't it? We will need to think about this differently. Like, if we have a train... if the same kind of train is arriving as leaving, then the fact that there isn't enough space here means that these guys will kind of sit here and not release the train station segment. But I guess there's another... yeah, once we have the second train in here, the train that won't be let into the station can then block this segment, which can also... yeah, we need to have a bit more space around here. Not a problem yet because we don't have enough stuff, but soon will be a problem anyway. And we also never gave this guy... yeah, full to empty, and then we'll just start doing this. And then we're also still just limited by not having enough iron is the issue. But we've got, other than iron ore, because I guess the iron ore trains are all kind of... like, they get filled pretty fast, right? But I think the issue is that we just don't have enough of them. And then also, yeah, you go over here, and then, yeah, this should... I think we need more iron ore on trains. We need more iron ore trains. And then... yeah, so we've got a belt to put the outputs. We've got the various inputs. In fact... yeah, now we just need to figure out how many of each of these kinds of assemblers we need to get the amount of stuff that we want to. Yeah, 2.5, that one's nice and fast. I think I did remember... Yeah, this chemical science, 48 seconds, whereas the green was 6 seconds. But we want... It's really 24 because we get 2 of them up. Yeah, so that's why we get the number that I was remembering of wanting 4 times as many chemical science as green science. How many green science did we build? It was 60 here, 120, so we want... Seriously? We want 480 assemblers on blue science? Yeah. I guess we do, because the crafting time is 48 seconds. 480, yeah, we need 480 assemblers. I don't have that many. That's also going to have interesting consequences for the power grid. And then... So it's actually, yeah, so it's 60, we're actually doing a straight up times 20. Like, the crafting time times 20 is how many assemblers we're building for science, for the non-military cards, right? Like, 2.5... Yeah, so red science 2.5 times 20 is 50 assemblers? We have 50 assemblers on red science, yeah? That's all of these? Yeah, 50 assemblers on red science. And then... Yeah, just 24 times 20, 480, that's a mess. The military science, we will need the same and then slightly more because it's going into the blue science in addition to being, yeah, wanting a bit more. So, oh, this is the same speed as 2.5 for 2. Red science is 2.5 for 1. So if we built the same number as red science, then we would get twice what we wanted. So we really only need something like 40 or so assemblers on military science. Is that reassuring? Military science is, yeah, here. I think we just do a thing where, yeah, I think we just grab... I think we just grab all of this stuff. And... yeah, we can just go... How many... I mean... It's still... Okay, that's not quite true. We're going to give it another set of underground so we can have somewhere that we're going to pretend to put paths and things like that. But other than that, we're just going to start building military science like right here, because we need so much of this. Give it prod mods, give it... And then we can do a trick where we go like I think this is going to be the pattern that we use for military science. As in... I hereby decree that this is the pattern we are using for military science, is what that means. Yeah, so that's still... I mean, we need a lot more of those is the thing though, right? How many? Yeah, 6. We decided that... Yeah, so I don't need the full 50. I need 25 just for blue science. So I reckon we go to... Actually, probably only 30. I reckon we probably only need 30 of these. Let's see how the numbers add up when we just kind of slap a bunch of this stuff into place. 18, okay. We are doing that many. Let's not put it there, let's put it here. Do I now feel... No, I don't feel bad about that. This can go somewhere else, it's fine. What else was... Oh, this is power switches. This is what we wanted. Yeah, we kind of wanted the power switches arriving in some manner anyway, right? And then what else was this other thing over here? Pipes. Oh yeah, we wanted pipes and power switches. Are you... Didn't we have... Is this coming to... Yeah, this is now coming to the same station. It was just that we weren't yeah, this is why we need kind of more trains and a couple of stackers so that we can be producing the things we need. And it's also why we've got space for 2 train stations here, so that we can just continue to, yeah, have all of that stuff. Okay. Yeah, so what? I think we want to be building 480 blue science assemblers. That's so much. Yeah, so we need to split off the pipes and send the pipes down here. So I think that's a thing we actually do back over here. Pipes are going to go to the south or something. And then if we do this, then they're kind of not on the correct side. Okay, we're gonna just, yeah, okay, for sure. We're gonna build some amount of this stuff, because the thing I'm trying to figure out is, can we have this military science coming out this side, and then also just merging with the power switches in a simple way? And the answer to that is straight up just yes. But then also this science we're going to run down the inside of the other pipe or something, whatever. It's going to be fine. How wide is this? 18. Yeah, I don't really want to think about exactly how many blue science things we need to make in order to get what did I say? 480? That's so many. Okay, military science for blue science is kind of on the way. Okay, you guys all get productivity modules, and yeah, things we don't have yet are, number one, enough. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it this way on it because we're gonna get this thing here. Yeah, we don't have enough material being collected to make all of this work. Oh well, that's going to be a thing we deal with later. In fact, I don't even think I care about getting all of this stuff running at the moment. This is just to kind of demonstrate how this will fit together. Especially if we run out of poles. So this is going to be the military science. That's going to be how military science fits together. We can see that that is going to work. We're going to be happy with it. Over here we're going to have... I mean, I guess we could also just somehow down here... We need to get all of the machine guns built as well. So I guess this doesn't actually have to... I mean, we could... Yeah, let's decree that the power switches are going to happen differently. They're just going to go on a belt here, and we're going to have another belt which will have the submachine guns on the inside. Yeah, that's going to be what we do. And then somewhere over... Yeah, I kind of wanted to... I wanted to put the power switches back on the train, but never mind. Okay, I think we also efficiency module the blue science, because it's just super slow. And then how are we... Yeah, well, I think we've just got to go with the super basic pattern. I think we've got to go with... Like, it doesn't even need to be 2 there. Although we are doing this on red belt, and it's not going to be moving very quickly, so we could pretty easily, especially as military science is on the inside of this belt, do a thing where we go... This might be the plan for blue science. Is it going to be... I mean, even if it is moving too quickly for the inserters, we could just upgrade all these inserters, not a problem at all. The problem is that we need... we need over 100 times. We need, yeah, 480, 120 times this build. Yeah, multiplier things. Yeah, and then this also has the advantage that this belt here is exactly the belt we want. I think, actually no, these inputs will need to be fast inserters because they need to be able to grab the military sciences going past pretty quickly, whereas this belt could actually just be yellow, but we're not going to make it yellow, we're just going to, worry about that later. Okay, so we've got a plan for as much military science as we need, and something that's starting to grapple with the scale of as much blue science as we need, which is a little bit of a concern. Like, how many is that? 20? We only need 48 times that. Is this a good number? That's not a good number. So how much can we pack in here? 30? Okay. And then, we can go like here, and then... is this... No, we can't actually... We can't actually hit it on both sides like this. Because we've currently got military science on one side, and... we've got military science on the inside and blue science on the outside, so we would have to wind, if we're doing this thing, and I'm not sure if we're doing this thing, we would have to wind it around like this, which is probably not the worst option we've got, but let's also think about how we're going to make all of these things. Oh yeah, we had a belt of stuff, didn't we? We had pipes, we had a belt of pipes, and then we wanted gears, and... Gears are going to go on this belt. This is going to be running, I guess, the other way. And then we've got not enough red belt. Did I have a box of red belt over here somewhere? I did not. We just used a lot of red belt when we were looking at all of this stuff. Okay. Having said that, all of these things might be yellow belt. We might not actually have... Because it's also not an easy thing to build. Oh well. We are going to need a lot of this stuff. Maybe we could just put... Maybe we could just put these guys on a belt. Because that will save us a lot of belt to have to move around. How many? 1 in every 15 seconds. So each gear wheel... 3 in 1 seconds. Each gear wheel will deal with 15 submachine gun assemblers. Because the gear wheels are 1 per second and the submachine guns are 15. 1 every 15 seconds. But also, how many of these do I need for each blue science assembler? I need 3... I need a submachine gun assembler per 3 chemical science assemblers, more or less. Kind of not quite that. And I decided that I needed 480 blue science assemblers. So I need, what, 160 submachine gun assemblers? That's, I mean, that's about right, because it's also the... It's like 10 times the crafting time. And we were working off 20 times the crafting time being the amount we need for science. That is a concern. I think we are... Okay, so if we need 120, that means we need, what, 40 of these? That's... I mean, we were expecting that to be a lot of iron, right? Because the blue science says it needs 54 iron. And then the 21 iron ores in the steam engines. And then we did want... like a full half belt of this stuff. So we should probably be anticipating spending 25 belts of... 25 red belts of iron on... Actually, no, less than that, because we get 2 out. Okay, whatever. We're just going to go with some of the stuff. We're going to build a couple of these. It's probably going to be pretty bad. This is going to be probably what I do for a while, actually. Like, we might just call the episode here. This is going to be another build that is probably just limited by inserter speeds. Is it? It's not quite, is it? 45.5 seconds, it's still 10 per second. So we can actually have four assemblers per red belt when I find what we're looking for. Oh yeah, slide armors over here. Because like this is 10 per second, and then the red belt has 30 items per second, but also these are at 0.75 building speed. So 4 of these will have 3 building speed worth of stuff, which is the entire red belt. Okay, kind of happy with that, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can move some of these things around again. Things that we are not really happy about, including the inventory apparently just being full. Sure. Because we need a bit more space over here if we are going to push. But then I think I do need to space these out more. I do not think that... I think I'm going to need this much space for all of the fast inserters, even with a little bit of stack capacity bonus, in order to get... Yeah, in order to get enough inserters to be able to continue to blast the belt, to get all of this stuff out. So it's going to be... or maybe not. Maybe those filter inserters were actually... Okay, whatever, we're just going to do that, it's going to be fine. And then this pattern we're going to do, you know, again, because that's going to be how it's going to have to work. This one can turn, and then we can get... Yeah, I'm going to need to build a bunch more stuff. Because this is also not accounting for the gear wheels that we need for the submachine guns. So let's... But this can also be... No, because you also got the pipe from the other side, don't we? Yeah, but we also wanted to secure this area and build all of this stuff. Is that going to be... We don't need to do any combat for that, do we? Are we even... We're barely even polluting this area. How bad is the pollution now that we are starting to process switches? Are we starting to process switches? We are starting to process switches. We are not starting to process switches because we needed the additional train. I don't have fuel for that secondary train. But let's go push another switches train over there just so we can have that node continuing to operate. It's kind of supposed to be how it works. Yeah. We're just going to put this train over here. And, yeah, I needed fuel. That was why we were wandering over here. Do you have fuel? Why don't you have fuel? Does the wall train should have a bunch of coal, shouldn't it? It does have a bunch of coal. Give me all this stuff. And then also grab the power switches schedule. Why do I have steam engines? I picked those up from somewhere else because I had like a random box of steam engines. Okay, fine. Power switches full? Yeah. And that will allow the power switches to just keep processing, which is going to be nice. Yeah, I think I have a lot of stuff to build. I think we're going to do... We can have like a belt of this stuff here that is going to need to... Oh no, that also only needs to be half belt because it's for the blue science, it's not for the military science. So that's fine. Then we've got, yeah, we've got a belt of pipes over here. Where did we get the submachine... Oh, the submachine guns could also go on... No, the submachine guns were going on the inside of this belt, weren't they? Yeah, not a great layout. Oh well. And we might also not be doing this direct insertion thing by the looks of things. Oh well. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna like build some of this in between episodes. I don't think we're gonna have much of a break between episodes because we kind of want to go directly into building this stuff, securing this stuff, having more of this mining so that we have more of these belts and stuff. I also just need more things, don't I? Um, can we have... How much space is 30? This is 30, is it? Because I decided... And I should probably also check these numbers as well. I decided that I wanted... Did this actually take? Yeah, I decided I wanted 120 assemblers on... 120 assemblers on submachine guns. And... So some crazy layout... Okay. Even worse than that, because we skipped some of them. That's not even all of the... Oh, no, this is... Okay, so this would be the entire build. I mean, what... How many pistol... What was the craft time on pistols? Craft time on pistols was 7.5 seconds. Why do we want... Submachine gunner's craft time was 15. What did I say for pistols? I've already forgotten. 7.5. Okay, so I guess it does make sense that we want a larger build for submachine guns than for pistols. How many did we put over here? 96. Yeah, so now 120 is looking like a reasonable number of submachine gun assemblers, which is... No, it was more than that, wasn't it? It was 160 because we wanted a quarter of... Yeah. Things that are a concern. So yeah, I will think about how we're going to plug this many submachine gun assemblers together. That's a concern. We do have enough space, though, by the looks of this. Yeah, I think we got some things done. Like, we've definitely got... We've got a bit of... There's still text we want at the green and red level. But we are also kind of close to... I did have steam engines. I mean, if we turn... No, because we need to... Yeah, we need to automate the submachine guns. But other than that, we are super close to having blue science, which is kind of exciting and also mildly terrifying. And then where do we get the resources that we need for the next sciences? Things to worry about later. We've got a bunch of stuff done. We've got rail bases. We've got most of the things on a train we need for blue science. We've got some builds that just need building. We've got some other geometry that's also going to be pretty dull, but is also just going to be a lot of building. Yeah, lots of things. Calamity Tram.